And welcome to Eau Claire North High School, the home of the Huskies, as we are here in the doghouse. Jason Zaleski here, Colin McLowry on production, as the DC Everest Evergreens back in Eau Claire County. Spent the night back at home last night, rode the bus back over today, and they will take on the host Eau Claire North Huskies. DC Everest victorious yesterday, 62-56 over the Superior Spartans. In that game, Sam Dasso with 18 points. Vander Truax had 17. Cade Felch had 15. Calvin Anderson on the other side for the Spartans did pour in 29. And Dasso's 18 points, and again, 11 points for the Evergreens. 15 of the 18 came in that second half yesterday. For the Eau Claire North Huskies, they beat Wisconsin Rapids last week on Tuesday, or I guess earlier this week, however you'd like to look at it. So they do have the one win, but they fell to Wausau East last night, 84-60. In that nightcap last night. In the game, it was Elliot Besson leading the way. He led all scorers with 20. And a pile of free throws supporting that 20, and 13 points from Tyler Barrows. We'll turn it down courtside for starting lineups.
Junior, number 10, Xavier Edwards. Junior, number 11, Cade Felch. Sophomore, number 13, Vander Truax. And the senior, number 25, Casey Studeman. The Evergreens are coached by Oliver Drake. And now for the starting lineup for your Eau Claire North Huskies. At guard, 6-foot junior, number 2, Tyler Barrows. At forward, 6'4" senior, number 3, Messiah Lemke. At another forward, 6'1" junior, number 11, Zach Shipman. At guard, 6'1" senior, number 14, Elliot Besson. And at guard, 6'1" senior, number 15, Aaron Gust. The Huskies are coached by Logan Horn. And tonight's officials are...
And you heard it there, first-year head coach Logan Horn for the Huskies. Looking to get back on the winning side of things here at home tonight. This is the third straight home game to start the season for Eau Claire North. That's an advantage, no matter how you look at it. And Coach Oliver Drake of the DC Everest Evergreens in his third season. And looking to start this 2024 campaign 2-0. Before a tough game on Tuesday at home against Ashwaubenon. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later, maybe in this first half if the opportunity presents. But the opening tip goes to the Evergreens. Felch will bring it across the timeline. You saw during the pregame introductions, player introductions, Cohen Preby, bottom right of your screen, on the crutches there. Cohen hopes to be ready later on in this season as Xavier Edwards misses in close. But Preby, leg injury during the last football game of the season, state semifinal game that the Evergreens did lose to the Bayport Pirates, hurt late in that game. So recovery has essentially just begun. But Cohen hopes to be available later on this basketball team, later in the season. Here's a three that comes up short, and loose ball is tracked down by Vander Truax. A three there launched by Aaron Gust. A three-point attempt anyway. Again, 6-point win for Everest, somewhat shorthanded if you look at it that way. A nice win yesterday against Superior. Team that fell to the Wausau East Lumberjacks about an hour ago. So Lumberjacks start this campaign in the Wisconsin Valley Conference opponent, by the way, but they start this season 2 games up, none down. Lumberjacks will be at home on Tuesday as Studeman works inside and scores. Chris Conley, your normal play-by-play voice of these Evergreens, will be with you for the duration after this one. Just filling in here. We had Chris on assignment today, and that assignment had fallen through on the game end. So I guess in retrospect, he could have been here, but we were saving him for an event today. So you'll get him the rest of the season. 3 for Felch is good. So Cade Felch had 5 3-pointers in the first half yesterday. That's where the scoring ended in the first half for Felch. He finished with 15. Again, all 3-pointers in the first half. But his defensive work in the second half, in our post-game comments with Coach Drake last night, his defense was what Coach was happiest with. Shipman with the offensive rebound, then poked away. Ball's loose on the floor. 3 on the way from Tyler Barrows is good. And we've got one Evergreen slow to get up. As the fracas on the floor, it was a mad scramble. That's Studeman. And they'll pull Studeman off the floor, take a look at him. And instead it's Sam Dasso. Again, Dasso 18 points last night. 15 of the 18 all in the second half. As I was mentioning, the 15 points, the 5 threes for Felch in the first half yesterday, the Spartans actually went to a box and one. Singled up Felch and then zoned the rest of the court to slow him down. Obviously it worked, right? He didn't score in the second half, but when those types of things happen, it's still good for your team because they're letting opportunities. The other team is letting opportunities for everybody else. And the everybody else's took care of it for the Evergreens last night. So here's Felch with it now. Now Dasso, and back to Felch. 2-man game here. 3 minutes in. If you're just joining us, haven't missed a whole lot. Xavier Edwards probes, now makes his move. Strong move for Edwards. Huskies going to run here a little bit. They ran yesterday. But I think that play to Shipman finds his way loose down low. I think that played into the Lumberjacks' hand last night. We welcome our audience, Eau Claire North Huskies faithful. And if you didn't find this out earlier today, senior girls basketball player Ellie O'Keefe crossed her 1,000-point threshold in their win earlier this afternoon. So congratulations to Ellie as Barrows hits from deep again, his second. And the Huskies take a 1-point lead. But yeah, you'll see O'Keefe have a picture of Ellie up on Facebook, Zaleski Sports Eau Claire on Monday afternoon. You can share that with your friends and family as we celebrate Ellie's 1,000th career point and then some. She scored more after that. But scored a 3 out of a set play, 3-pointer. Coach dialed it up for her to hit her 1,000 on a set piece. But backing in and scoring is Brendan Peterson. So that's what's happening around here today. College football world, Michigan. 6-5 Michigan beat number 2 ranked. Were the Ohio State number 2 coming into that game? I think so. Buckeyes were number 2. Yeah, beat number 2 Ohio State on the road in Ohio. So I am indifferent on that game. I just like a good football game if I can find one. What are you watching over there? Texas and who? And A&M. Okay. Aggies and Longhorns. Studeman drives and in. On the Texas side, it's Hookham, and on the A&M side, it's Gig'em. So you got the Gig'em and the Hookham going at it. And after all these years, I know what Hookham means. I have no idea what Gig'em means. Foul on the floor, but the A&M fans, they make like this hand motion. Yeah, Gig'em. And I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. Must be like a ranching term. Yeah, I have no idea. The traditions of college sports. Thank you, Tyler Pro, for watching. Yeah, we mentioned this during the East game earlier today. We are in a portable situation, and we are on an uneven set of bleachers up here. Not terribly uneven, but that's the result we get. So enjoy the game. We saved you 6 hours round-trip driving, so enjoy the game. And by the way, you should be here. The 6 hours, no excuse. You should be here anyway. Here's Studeman on the baseline, floats and hits. So Felch from the baseline. I may have said the wrong name there, Cade Felch. Nice baseline floater. Studeman back in the game. 6 minutes in, Evergreens hang on to a 5-point lead. Here's a three on the way from Isaac West. That off the back iron, and rebound yanked down by Sam Dasso. Edwards up top to Dasso. They work it around now to Peterson. And the Evergreens settle into their half court. Studeman saw something he liked and not able to get it to go. Ball ends up in the loving and awaiting arms of Xavier Edwards, Jr. And they say he pushed off as he contacted Gus. They say that an off arm came into the abdomen of Aaron Gust. I mentioned the junior Edwards. Most of these Evergreens are juniors this year. Again, Preby unavailable due to injury is a senior. Studeman's a senior, but the starting five, all others are juniors. And nice find there as West capitalizes on the opportunity. And interestingly enough, he was headed west as he made that shot. It's a little known fact. Here's Studeman on the inside, up and good. Studeman's got 6 early ones. Yesterday, Studeman finished with 5. He had 2 field goals and a free throw, so he's eclipsed yesterday's output. Different game, different matchup. Studeman with the steal. And one-man show. He's going to go to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So a pair here for Studeman. So it's on Tuesday. This is a game, if you don't have circled, you should. Talk to Coach Drake about it briefly before today's game, right during pregame warmups. It's the Ashwaubenon Jaguars coming to town. That's how I say it. Because there's a U in there. Jaguars. Let's see here. Studeman goes 2 for 2 from the line. I'm sure you're all keeping track at home. A whistle down low. Actually, they're just no foul, out of bounds. Nice shot from Gavin Wise, 24 in white. And baseline, kick out, 3 is on the way, and that just off the mark, and rebound will be gathered up by Felch. Yeah, Tuesday, Ashwaubenon, you've got, he's a phenom. He's committed to Alabama, 6'7", Amari Allen. Traveling to Schofield with his Jaguars. Be a tough game for Everest. And Coach Drake got some preparation to do before Tuesday, him and his guys. So that's a tough task. So If you don't know the name Amari Allen, you do now. That'd be one of the Jaguars you watch on Tuesday, and you can watch it live right here on Zaleski Sports. My advice is get down to the gym and watch it yourself. Studeman misses on the front end from the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. It's a blue chip talent coming to town. It's something you're going to want to see. And see what the Evergreens can do about it. It's the back end of the storyline. Studeman misses the pair. And on the run out, Isaac West and the Huskies win the race down the floor. And another push-off. There's the second push-off now they've called on Xavier Edwards. That's his second, and I thought a timeout was called. There's only 4. Now there's 5 Huskies on the floor. Okay. The whistle was blown. It sounded more like a timeout whistle than a, pay attention over here whistle. I think some of the Huskies thought it was a timeout as well. Studeman in the passing lane and gave it away. There's Shipman on the steal. 3 is off the mark. Shot up there by Gust. Back come the Evergreens. This one getting a little bit squirrely. Studeman will slow it down. And Edwards took steps. Yeah, getting a little squirrely here. See who wants to take control here in the first half. Evergreens lead by 3. But last 3 minutes been a little ragged on both sides. Here's a 3 on the way from Gust, and good. Aaron Gust in the scorebook. We're tied at 17. Edwards, low block, finds position and in. Nice job there, Xavier Edwards, as he took Zach Shipman to the hole. And firing right back is Tyler Barrows, his third three-pointer of the half, and a 30-second timeout for the Huskies. They lead by 1 on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today. And back here at Eau Claire North, Huskies 2019. They take the lead on the third three-pointer of the first half from Tyler Barrows. Barrows with 9, Huskies 2019. Second quarter underway. National Federation of High Schools. Guidelines say high school basketball must be played in quarters. But Wisconsin is in defiance of that guideline. We still play halves here. What's the consequence to that? Well, at the national meeting, and Casey Studeman in one. Consequence of being out of step with the guidelines of the NFHS is at the national meeting, when rules like that are being decided, you don't get a vote. So they take your voting privileges away for all sports, for the whole thing, if you're out of step with any guideline that they have for any sports that are played at the high school level. So, and there are a couple others, some more insignificant, that Wisconsin has decided to not comply with. Studeman completes a three-point play. But the most major one here in basketball, still playing halves. I believe Wisconsin and Washington are the two states that still play halves in high school basketball. Everyone else is following the guidelines of the NFHS. So that's information. I have no opinion on that. Studeman, a bit too strong. Here's Shipman. And out with it comes Brendan Peterson, and here's Felch now. Felch on the hesitation, bounce pass, and mishandled down low. Could have been an easy Evergreens basket. They will reset the offense. Here's Studeman, foul on the floor. That'll be team foul number 5 on the Huskies. And how does something like that happen? Well, the Coaches Association in all the various sports, they vote on and decide all the rules for their sport in their state. So the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association, not in favor of quarters, so they tell our administrative department, the WIAA, no thanks, we are not going to play that way. And the WIA's job is to administer that under the ruling from any coach association. So if you're ever out there complaining about a rule or you're complaining about the WIAA, well, it's the coaches that tell the association how to conduct their sport. And Felch thought he had a clean block, so did most of the Evergreens bench. But foul is going to be called. And 2 free throws coming up for Elliot Besson. Besson had an active night last night. Again, he was the game's leading scorer against Wausau East, 20 points, most from the free throw line. And there's one there. So there's some knowledge for you all. Minnesota still plays halves, says Coach Chad Brisky. Well, Coach would know. With the shot clock and the charge circle, though. So, yeah, they've got all kinds of variations. Most know that have paid attention to me for the last number of years. I am strongly in favor of a shot clock. Our neighbors, yes, Minnesota, Illinois, all have a shot clock. And often the retort is, well, shot clock, we don't have any personnel for that. We can never pull that off. We're too small a school to pull that off. I hear all those things. As Felch, triple. Well, most of Minnesota is rural, more rural than Wisconsin. Most of Illinois is rural. How are they pulling it off? How are they doing it? So your retorts fall on deaf ears because our neighboring states are doing it, and they've got all of the same challenges we do, if not more. I mean, again, Minnesota is very rural. Less population than Wisconsin, so on and so forth. Figure it out, gang. Figure it out. We're falling behind. Okay. That's it. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about that for an hour. Here's Edwards. Evergreen's up by 3. 5:25 to play in the half. Edwards on Shipman, left hand, too strong. And the layup there comes up empty for Besson. We've had action. We've had some missed shots, too. In the corner with it, Peterson. Evergreens have yet to get Vander Truax going. Here's Felch, now Truax in the corner. Guarded there by Messiah Lemke. We didn't get to see a lot of Messiah last night. He had foul trouble in that first half as the dribbling violation will turn it over to the Huskies. Yeah, Lemke picked up 2 fouls in the first couple of minutes, sat for the rest of the first half, and by the time the second half started, Mr. Lemke was just not quite in the groove. See if he's able to get going here today. Peyton McCracken with the orange shoes, an offensive foul going the other way. And foul is called on Lemke. I'm sorry, Messiah, for bringing up your foul troubles yesterday. I am sorry. The officials, sometimes they have ears that hear things. All right, 25-22, score remains. Edwards moving in the lane and got that one stolen away by Lemke. Ball, though, loose on the side, and McCracken comes away with it. Yeah, McCracken in those highlighter shoes on the far side, top of your screen, and 3 there. Yeah, it was off the mark. Gus knew it when he let it fly. He started to follow it, and then he decided I'm just going to get back on defense. Long three from Felch. Timber! Cade Felch feeling it again today. From the elbow is Besson. That comes up off the mark. Evergreens don't have numbers. Edwards will slow it up. Now skip it to Felch. Felch looking for the baseline. Twists, turns, low block. Ball swung. Here's Sam. Three-pointer for Sam Dasso. Evergreens move to a 9-point lead on the sideline. Coach Logan Horn imploring his guys to buckle up. Buckle down, more like it. Nice drive there. Good move from Elliot Besson. Worked his way around, stayed under control. Nice basketball move from Besson. Here's Edwards, kick out, Truax, three, got it. Andrew Truax in the scorebook. 10-point Everest lead. And travel. Anticlimactic there. It's Dasso had ideas. He's an idea man. But, still working on the completion. Yeah, thanks, Chad. We appreciate the comments. I think we hit 20 games between yesterday and today. It's pretty good work for a holiday weekend. Some of our staff taking a breather, taking a break. Others, helping out, making it work. On Tuesday, on a single day here in the winter, it's winter season. It's winter-ish outside. But anyway, 16 games on Tuesday night. Just one night. It's going to be a feast night on Tuesday for us. And then maybe 12 hours of sleep on Wednesday. 1:40 here in the half. Evergreens look to take the halftime lead. Felch, and he was contacted is the ruling. Lemke picks up the foul, so Messiah's got two, and up right away comes Isaac West. He's going to retrieve Lemke, it looks like. So Felch to the Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. And, in that mix of all the games, lots of North, Memorial. Maybe just call it Big Rivers Conference, but based out of our two Division I Eau Claire schools for the most part. We had Memorial hockey yesterday and today. I think hockey wrapped up not too long ago. Well, now at 7:30. Yeah, wrapped up a few hours ago. Hey, time flies when you're at a basketball game. And lots more to come from everywhere. Eau Claire to the Fox Valley to Milwaukee and everywhere in between. Matter of fact, we just saw the Milwaukee Academy of Science take down Verona. And Racine Park and Racine Case about to, yeah, they're on the floor right now playing basketball. Matt Peck and Elijah Vang Salata covering our metro area games. And we're going to get a foul here. Sam Dasso is going to pick it up as Elliot Besson was tripped on his way to the right side of the lane. Coach Drake encouraging and cheering on his Evergreens defenders. Here's Shipman. Short corner, moving in on Truax. And up and under for Gavin Wise is going to earn 2 free throws. Felch picks up his second, both in the bonus now, but this was a shooting foul. So, again, 2 coming up for Wise. And in the game for the first time tonight is Luke Honor, sophomore for the Evergreens. 15 in green, as Felch will probably sit for the rest of the half with 2 fouls. That'd be a smart decision. Truax with the rebound. And we're going to get a timeout. Coach Drake calls the timeout. He's going to set the next 50 seconds or so. And we'll find out what he has in mind right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
All right, back here to Eau Claire North. Huskies down by 11, 51 seconds coming out of a DC Everest timeout. Coach Drake coming out of the college ranks to coach these Evergreens in his third year now. And brings some of that college style and theology with him. Theory, I guess, is the better word for it. And traveling violation. Bring some of that attitude, how he shapes his team and his game. So Huskies now perhaps with last shot of the half. I thought maybe coming out of the timeout, but we didn't get to see the play develop. So now Huskies get a shot at it. Again, it's going to be an Everest halftime lead. They lead by 11, 25 ticks left in the half. Evergreen's bench encouraging their defenders. Huskies look at the clock and will go now at the 12-second mark. So offense in motion. Here it is outside, and no three-pointer came up short for Barrows. Final couple of seconds. Here it is. Dasso, three, good if it goes, and red light is on. Time has expired, and we have reached our halftime break. DC Everest leads it over Eau Claire North, 35-24. Had a chance a couple days ago to sit down with DC Everest head coach Oliver Drake. Here is our talk right now. Welcome to Coach on the Couch. My name is Jason Zaleski, visiting today with DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Coach, if I have my numbers right, this is the start of year number 3 for you at DC Everest. Last year, under 500 as on the season, bowed out in a regional final, but I know you and the guys still had a good time, still had a good season. What are one or two of those memories that you and the guys, and you in particular, remember from last year, sharing time with your team?
Well, I think number one is how we played down the stretch. I think a sign of a program heading in the right direction is you play your best basketball when it matters most. I think we won 7 of our last 8, if I remember right, including a big playoff victory at Hudson. That had kind of been a thorn in DC Everest side in all sports, and we certainly got a bad taste in our mouth from the previous year, kind of righted some wrongs from what, some things we left on the table. So it was a really nice finish to the year. Obviously, we got off to a rough start, which we kind of anticipated. We would have anytime you lose a caliber player that we lost in Marcus Hall, there's going to be some growing pains. And anytime you're building a program, there's going to be some growing pains. So we certainly went through some of those last year. We're thankful for those. And we really, really were excited about the way we finished the year.
Yeah, you mentioned that win over Hudson. The football team just a couple weeks ago followed up with a win over Hudson. That had been, you said all sports, and you were exactly right, all sports included. Last year's group of seniors, every year there are some that depart. Just what kind of lasting memories will those seniors have put on your program?
Well, I think they set the tone of how we work, how we do things on and off the court. Colin Ebersol was outstanding. I mean, he was a guy that, did a lot of things that led to success that maybe don't always go in the box score, don't go in the newspaper, don't go in the highlights. That's rebounding, that's defense. That's the things that don't take talent, but that doesn't mean they're easy to do. And he did them consistently. And the other thing Colin Ebersol always brought was just a joy to which he approached things. He kept things light behind the scenes. He was a great teammate, outstanding person. So we're certainly going to miss him a lot.
We talk about this year. We'll reflect just in this one last note from last year. Ahead of you in the final conference standings, Wausau East, Spash, and then Marshfield were undefeated last year. What's got to take place, maybe even early in the season this year, to gain some ground on those teams?
Well, I think it isn't so much about those teams. It's about the things that we control in our program. And if we do those things well, then we'll certainly, the wins and losses will take care of themselves. So number one, that's defending with intensity. That's defending with purpose. That's five guys working as one unit to get the job done defensively, which leads to gang rebounding, getting all five guys in the mix defensively. It goes to valuing the basketball. One area that statistically that we really got to clean up is our turnovers. We are playing some really good basketball down the stretch, but if we valued the ball at even a higher rate, we would have had even more success down the stretch. And again, we won 7 of our last 8, if I remember right. It may have been 8 of our last 8 if we would have just taken care of the ball. So again, defending, rebounding, and valuing the basketball. We do those 3 areas well. The results will take care of themselves.
Over the decades, the Wisconsin Valley Conference been known as, and I think the proof has been in that pudding, a lower scoring, defensive, grinded out kind of a league. Is your team this year prepared? Are they comfortable in that, or are you comfortable in higher scoring games?
We want to be a team that can play any style to win, and depending on the night, as you know, there could be more flow to it offensively. There could be less flow to it. All I know is our league, and every coach says this every year, but our league is extremely good this year. And so you got to be able to play anyway, whether that's a more fast-paced game, whether it's a slow-down, grind-out game. You got to be able to win and compete no matter what the pace of the play is. So we're prepared to do that. We have some veterans that can lead us to doing that, and we're excited about the opportunity to be able to do that.
Talking to DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. You talked about your veterans. Now let's talk about them. The senior leaders on this team. What do you expect out of them? What have you seen out of them through this first week and a half of practice?
Well, just that. Leadership is so much about setting an example and then following that with a voice. And so we've seen our veterans set the example to the way that we want to work on the court, off the court, how we want to treat each other. And then coupling that up with cueing other guys to make sure that they're doing those things and all speaking the same language. Our language then leads to action. The action leads to results. So our seniors have done a tremendous job, coupled with a really strong junior class. So we're really, really excited about our veteran play and our veteran leadership behind the scenes. And we're excited to get things tipped off this weekend.
Who are one or two of those guys that we're going to get familiar with this year, maybe that we hadn't in the past, whether they're a senior or at any grade level? Who are one or two of those guys that you think have got a chance to bloom this year and people might start talking about them?
Well, I think obviously everybody knows about our returning all-conference guys, and Cohen Preby has been for 3 years, has been an all-conference guy. Casey Studeman was an all-conference guy last year, both seniors, both tremendous dudes and really, really good players. But I think a couple of juniors that are going to really break on the same one is Xavier Edwards. He's coming off a phenomenal football season. And I think anytime you have success in one sport, a lot of times that kind of jumpstarts the next sport. And I think Xavier's really starting to come into his own of being a difference maker. And that's who he is. And that's who we know he can continue to be. Cade Felch out of our junior class, we really think he's going to have a breakout year. He's a tremendous leader for us, kind of knows our system is good or better than anybody in our system. Guy that's willing to do whatever it takes. So, I think those 4 guys are really setting the tone for how we do things, how everything that involves in our program, and we're excited to see those guys in action.
Let's continue putting you on the spot with some names. You can do a lot from your coaching position, but you need other coaches to help you out. Tell us about your coaching staff coming into the season.
Yeah, well, we have a really veteran coaching staff. We're really excited about that. Our varsity assistant is John Felch. He's been with us since we've been with the program. We have another really veteran coach in John Minahan, who's been a tremendous addition to our program. Jordan Ellenbecker is another assistant for us. And then we added a guy who didn't get done playing too long ago, so he's kind of gives us some youth on our coaching staff. With, as you can see, we need some youth here with all my grays and bald head. And that's Keaton Edwards, and we're really excited to have him on board. It's actually Xavier Edwards' brother. Just got a teaching job in the area, and a young guy who's really wanting to learn the game and give back to his alma mater. So we're really excited about our coaching staff. And like you said, it takes all of us in the program to make it a success, and we couldn't have better coaches in our program.
As we begin to wrap this one up, I kind of think of things in percentages, 10%, 20%. So 20%, about 6 games into the season. How does Coach Oliver Drake know things are going the right way, regardless of what the standings or the score is? But just, what's your outlook and what do you want to have accomplished with these guys the first 20% or so of the season?
I think number one is just a team that is really connected. We're really we are connected on the floor, off the floor. I think that connection starts with a sense of thankfulness for the opportunities to do what we get to do. And I think how we show that is the way that we work, the way that we just fight and scrap and all the things that don't take talent. Like we're doing those things and we're doing them at a really high level. And people are walking out of the gym saying, man, that team plays hard. That team plays together. And that team plays with joy. And I think that's the way to live life. And that's certainly the way to have success in basketball. Again, people get caught up in stats and points. Every bad team has a leading scorer. Every bad team has leaders in statistical categories. Those are not the things that separate good from great. It's the stuff that stuff deep inside you, deep inside teams, that cohesive stuff. And that's that sense of thankfulness, just a group that just really understands, man, this is a beautiful thing that which we get to do. And let's attack it with everything that we get.
And then lastly, Coach, the community support. I mean, these guys they're gonna hustle, they're gonna practice hard, they're gonna play hard. But the fans in the stands actually have a piece of this also. So just talk to those fans out there and remind them and encourage them to come and support your guys home and away.
Yeah, well, we have great fans here at Everest, and we're really excited about the direction of our program, 3rd through 12th grade. And so a lot of our fans are our youngest athletes in the program. And we really believe we're building this program as a full circle program, one where everybody's involved at all levels. And we have outstanding parents in our program that do so many things behind the scenes. And then you couple that with tons of community support. So like every year, we know we'll be supported. We know we have outstanding kids in our program, 3rd grade on up, outstanding parents that are doing so many great things behind the scenes. And then we couple that with community members that want to see us represent the E over me. And you're certainly going to see that this year.
UC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake, best of luck this season.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
And back we are to Eau Claire North, 35-24 as we get ready to start half number 2. Let's take you through first half scoring. First for the North Huskies. They are led in scoring by Tyler Barrows. He has 9. 4 points apiece for Elliot Besson and Isaac West. And a made bucket for Zach Shipman. Made bucket for Gavin Wise. And a made 3-pointer for Aaron Gust. That's scoring for the Huskies. For the DC Everest Evergreens, leading all scorers is Casey Studeman. He's got 11. Leading all scorers is Cade Felch. He's got 12. Casey Studeman with 11. And a 3-point basket for Sam Dasso. And a field goal for Brendan Peterson. Besson starts the scoring here in the second half. So Huskies get a made 3-pointer out of the halftime break, and strong take there for Vander Truax. Truax, if I didn't say, had a made 3-pointer in the first half as well. But, Truax heads to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Final games of the night on the network getting ready to tip off. Columbus Catholic and Port Edwards scheduled for 7:15. And Racine St. Catherine, Racine Park just underway, a few minutes in. Besson, another bucket here to start the second half. Park leads St. Catherine 15-7, and again, just over 7 minutes in. Good one down there in, well, Racine County, right? And Stevens Point. Smash Panthers underway. They're taking on the Bayport Pirates. 18-16, one quarter of the way through. So there we go. One last game yet to start, coming up in about a half hour from Wisconsin Rapids. Otherwise, the Nightcaps are all underway. Here on this Thanksgiving weekend, Truax Timber. Second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6. But with that 8:15 tip in Wisconsin Rapids, you'll be able to hang with us till 10 o'clock tonight. Who knows, maybe more. We had an 8 overtime college football game last night, so I don't know. It looks like a minimum of 10 o'clock. Sticking with us, as I'm sure you will. Shipman off the mark, and Felch with the rebound. And then here at Zaleski Sports, we're all going to take a break on Sunday. A few games on Tuesday or on Monday, and then, as I said, 16 on Tuesday. Studeman with the bucket. Casey Studeman climbs his point total to 15. Besson, strong take for Elliot Besson. Strong right hand. Inside for Truax, off the feed from Studeman. And the Huskies got to talk about it. Evergreens grow the lead to 13. More basketball coming up after this on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating.
Getting a little uncomfortable.
But with Access Insurance, you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more.
These folks have the right idea. You bring your own chair with you with the bleachers. That's probably a little better.
355
yeah, they have learned.
They
have learned. Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
I mentioned that Stevens Point Bayport game, both season openers for those squads, and the reason I bring that up, it's an interesting first game start date, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I mean, everybody's got reasons for what they do. I don't. But, a lot of teams open their season, boys basketball anyway, open their seasons on Tuesday. Some even have waited this year till Thursday to begin play. So, you get 24 games, you pack them in however you want. There's Aaron Gust from deep. You don't have to play all 24. You just get a max of 24. You are free to schedule as you choose. Of course, you abide by your conference rules, but do what feels good for you. Here's Edwards, free throw line, canned it. Left-hander there, Edwards moving right to left. That's his comfort zone. A lot of right-handed shooters glide right. You throw a lefty in there and everything is bizarro world. Shipman got the pink shoes. Three here from Gust off the mark, and skies for the rebound does Vander Truax. Studeman, pump fake. Studeman to the hole, and one. No, oh, whoa. I gave this speech yesterday. I'll give the short version of it in select areas of the state. That's an and one all the time. What I've found doing this now for a number of years, and I'm talking about since I was about 10 years old. There's a story with that too, but the more rural the area, the more times that is a foul on the floor. I don't know. The officials all do a great job. Nobody's disputing that at all here. I think what we want is consistent from each corner of the state to the other. If it's a foul on the floor, then fine. But if it is here in this county, but in two counties to the south it's not, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Studeman from the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. And Studeman cans a pair. 5 of 7 from the line is Studeman. He's got 17. Evergreens lead by 14. They'll make it less than that. Elliot Besson from deep. Besson's second three-pointer of the half. .14 for Besson on the game. And that's what Coach Logan Horn is looking for. Studeman off the front of the rim, looking for somebody to step up, and probably a couple of somebodies, but looking for a couple of guys to step up here and figure this one out. It's off of Besson's leg and out of bounds. In comes Sam Dasso. Out is the senior Brennan Peterson. Peterson getting in minutes. A pretty healthy serving of minutes, too, today for Peterson. 12:40 to play. Here's Truax, and went into everybody, including his own guy, Edwards, and finds a way. And nice jumper there from Tyler Barrows. First points of the half. He's got 11. And again, Evergreen's playing without, I think a lot of people would consider him the best outside shooter in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Cohen Preby. Certainly one of the top shooters in the conference. If you don't agree with the best three-point shooter, that's fine. But one of the best shooters, and Felch making it look easy for the baseline. Reverse layup. There we go. Gavin Wise flying left to right. Four points today for Gavin. And foul on the floor. Now that one was. I mean, technically they both were, but. So Edwards had a look. Felch didn't see him. Instead, it comes into Dasso. Evergreens continue to enjoy a double-figure lead. Easy for me to say. 11:25 to play. Each second off the clock. The clock continues to, or grows in its importance for the Huskies. Huskies working on a comeback. Felch. Timmer, Cade Felch. 4 three-pointers today for Felch. Right back comes Zach Shipman. Shipman undeterred. Trading threes for twos isn't going to get the job done for the Huskies. Trading baskets isn't going to get the job done for the Huskies. They need some defensive stops. As we have finished nearly 3/4 of this one. Rebound there from Truax. Nice job. Truax rising high. Has it now on the wing. Looked at there by Wise. There's Felch on the move and just a bit short. And saved into Besson. Here come the Huskies. 3 on the way from West, off the mark. Coach Oliver Drake holds up the play call. Directs his team. Truax, pump fake. Studeman will take the 17-footer, come up short, rebound to Besson. And all left all alone, West had 3 looks at it, and then off of the guidepost above the backboard, and that's out of bounds. Chase Pavlovich in for the Evergreens. Messiah Lemke in along with Aaron Gust for the Huskies. Felch on the crossover, off the backboard too strong, and Lemke hauls in the rebound. Here's Wise up ahead, inside to Lemke. In the game is Gust, his 3 comes up short. Lemke with the offensive rebound. Barrows, he's had a hot hand last night and tonight from outside. Now Shipman on the jab step, up, and 2 free throws coming up for Zach Shipman.
Zach Shipman, foul on the drive at number 5, Chase Pavlovich. Shipman shooting 2.
Tanner tells us that Beaver Dam playing New Richmond in the Slam at the BAM tonight. Oh no, the Slam at the Dam tonight. Okay. Getting it all figured out. The Slam at the Dam. Okay. We'll take it. Shippy hits a pair. Ten-point game, 4th quarter underway. It's a mathematical notation rather than a... It's not literally the 4th quarter. We play halves in Wisconsin. We've been through this before. I've already given that speech. Felch will inbound. Studeman through the legs. Truax had a shot at it. Ball still on the floor. We're going to be tied up. It's going to stay with the Evergreens on the possession arrow.
Possession DC Everest.
First tie up today for either team. And it comes to Studeman. He works there on Lemke, and Lemke is going to pick up a quick foul. And Coach Logan Horn says, "Phooey." Yeah, he threw both of his hands towards the court and said, "Balderdash." Disagree. So Truax comes out. Xavier Edwards back in the game for the Evergreens. 8:41 on the clock. So clock and the scoreboard in favor of DC Everest. Studeman works on Lemke and comes up short, but Lemke is going to draw his 4th. And Coach Horn looks to the bench as Casey Studeman once again heads to the Jamie Wenzel Surf Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Five of 7 from the free throw line tonight is Casey. And make it 6 of 8. It's a good percentage already. KC wants 7 of 9. Lemke in the 4 fouls, heads to the bench. And Studeman is 7 for 9 from the stripe. Yeah, Tanner tells us that the Slam at the Dam is a 12-team tournament. That seems like a lot. Seems like a lot. You're playing 6 games a day times 2 games. Yeah, that's 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Besson hits. It's a 12-hour day, right? 2, 6, yeah, about that. Good for Beaver Dam. That's a way to, you sell some snacks, you make some money for the Booster Club. And coaches like it. They can sit around and talk shop and scout some teams, perhaps. It's kind of a work function for a basketball coach. You go to a tournament like that. So, yeah, you're going to play your 2 games, and that's all well and good. But it's also kind of a workshop. You sit around and talk to the other coaches. Hey, how you been? How's your team? I saw your guy during summer. Shot there from Gust off the mark. Yeah, who's taking care of the dog while you're gone? You want to go to Ralph's after the game? We'll go down there and talk. Okay. 7:30 to play. Here's Edwards. Now Dasso looked at Studeman and chooses Edwards instead. Edwards got that one poked away by Besson. Up front now, West will launch and comes up short. Edwards, the go-go gadget right arm, holds in the rebound. This time down, under 7 to play. Evergreen's been hovering around that 10, 11-point lead for a large portion here of the half. They've actually led by 11 at the halftime. So have kept that lead throughout. And double dribble is going to be the call. Coach Oliver Drake said that can't be. That got deflected out of my guy's hand. You can't have a dribbling violation when the ball's deflected. Coach Drake quickly goes to his defensive call. Downstairs to Shipman, got that one stolen away by Dasso. Into the hands of Felcha goes. Clock continues to slip away for the Huskies here in this one. Studeman spins, fires, no. Hesitation for Gust. Now 3 for West is off the mark. Yeah, Huskies been cold from the floor here in the second half to that's prevented them from any type of a comeback. That's not been helpful. And timeout. Huskies going to call the timeout, see if they can figure out a way to get this warmed up from the floor. We will do the same back after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank, real people, real conversations.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
6:02 to play. TC Everest looking for a way to bring this one home. They lead by 10. Huskies called the timeout, looking for a way. I talked about this yesterday as the Lumberjacks were out in front at this point as well against Eau Claire North. The recipe for a comeback, really really is rooted at the free throw line. If you're Eau Claire North, you got to find a way to get the free throw line. Clock stops in those cases, and a chance to make up points as Xavier Edwards hits from the Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. But that's really where the comeback is. It is at the free throw line for the Huskies. Can they get there? They will need to earn their way there. Everest only one team foul in the half, so okay. Well, and there's another way. Besson from deep. You know, you can think about that one too. But either way you slice it, you can't trade baskets. That's the main thing. As Felch goes up, good defense there. Okay, so there's a possession. Huskies win on the defensive end. West with the rebound. And Besson off the mark on that three. But 8-point lead, there's still time. 5:10 to play, still time. But for me, if I'm advising Coach Logan Horn and his Huskies, got to get to the free throw line. Dribble drive at this point, because again, you're not going to get there for free. Only one team foul for DC Everest. Here's Felch. Low block, left hand, too strong. Rebound by Besson. It's another sturdy defensive effort for the Huskies. Here's Besson now in the lane, and one. Elliot Besson. And the Huskies to the free throw line, 6-point game.
Introducing Everest, 25, Casey Stewart.
All Stevens Point and Bayport at the half. As Besson completes the three-point play. That game going on now on Zaleski Sports. Again, I've told you guys a million times. Find another game you like, watch it right alongside this one. That's the way real sports experts do it, because we got a lot to choose from. Dasso, especially if you're cheering for a Wisconsin Valley Conference team, you take a look at the Stevens Point Panthers. Projected to finish second in the Valley Conference. Marshfield looks to be tough to beat. They start the year ranked number one in Division I in our Zaleski Sports mathematical computerized rankings. Here is Besson again. 3-point game. Logan Horn, 1 foot on the floor, encouraging his defensive effort. Huskies are in it. Crowd makes noise now for Eau Claire North. That is something new in this game. Here's Studeman in the lane and gets it to roll through. Shooter's touch there for Casey Studeman. So Evergreens stem the tide a bit. Here's a three for Gust off the mark, batted out, and Edwards will settle it down. And then that is Isaac West. 78 feet from the basket, putting the Evergreens on the line as DC Everest is in the bonus. That's team foul number 8 on the Huskies. And Xavier Edwards to the Jamie Wenzel Surf Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Edwards survives the Noonan Caddyshack reference. Some of the students over there that are kind of loosely engaged in this game decide to see if they can interfere with Edwards' free throw stroke, and he is pure as can be. 9 points for Xavier Edwards. Evergreens put the lead back to 7. It had been as little as 3. Besson cut off by Truax. Truax diving and going to get called for the foul. And Coach Oliver Drake took the words out of my mouth. That is a good foul. We talked about that yesterday, Colin. The coach will always tell you a good foul or a good something, but you never know when it's coming, and you could do the same thing again, and then he's mad at you. So you can't win sometimes. Timeout on the floor. Evergreens lead by 7 on Zaleski Sports.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from your simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
And back we come to Eau Claire North. There are those students who, again, are they're loosely into the game. I've seen better, but they're here. So that visual support, if not for the audio support, but they're here visually. North not able to find it out of the timeout. Huskies pick up pressure, or show pressure. Now we'll back out of it. So same story for me for Eau Claire North. Got to somehow get to the free throw line, and dribble drive has not been their thing in this game. Truax down low. And the Evergreen's going to slow this one down. And why not? 2:45 left. Got a nice lead. It's not insurmountable, but it's a nice lead. Coach Drake coaching him up down there. You see him? It looked like he was shoveling coal into the locomotive down there. Don't know what that was, but that was a pretty good move. Here's Felch for 3. Timber! Big three-pointer for Cade Felch. That may have put enough distance in there for DC Everest to head home 2-0 tonight. They lead by 10, and the three-pointer on the other side rattles in and out for Gust. The Evergreens again will bleed more clock. They likely won't hoist a shot until this clock is under 2 to play, as it sits at 2:07 now. Dasso on the ball fake. He'll skip it over to Felch. Corner 3, a bit too strong. Rebound pulled down by Barrows. But Huskies have to pick up the pace now. That free throw strategy may be out the window. They need to score quick and defend very well. They will be able to put Everest to the free throw line and stop the clock. 3 there. A needed 3 for Isaac West. No doubt about that. And now timeout will be called. I'll tell you what Coach Logan Horn will tell his guys in the timeout as we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
I gave one of these speeches in a sectional final last year, and I said the team inbounding or the team defending or whatever it was had 2 choices, right? And here are the 2 choices that Coach Horn is telling his team that they have. They have got the whole backcourt to cause a 10-second violation. You get 10 seconds to bring the ball over the half-court line after the inbound. So you can, if you force the team to stay in the backcourt for 10 seconds, you get the ball on the turnover, or you get a steal. Those are the 2 choices. Now, last year I found out there was a 3rd choice I never even imagined, which was a technical foul coming. I doubt that'll happen here. I doubt it'll ever happen again, but yeah, that was a weird circumstance there. But there, you have 2 things, and then if you're not able to do either, then you need to foul DC Everest after they cross the half-court line. So that's it. And timeout on the floor there. I suppose that we'll keep it here. I suppose a 3rd choice technically would be you cause a 5-second. You got 5 seconds to inbound the ball. Those aren't very common, especially at the Division I level. So I suppose there are 3 things. But those are the 3 things then that Eau Claire North has at their disposal to get the ball back. You don't let them inbound and you get the turnover on the 5-second call. You don't let them get over a half-court line on the 10-second call, or you steal. If all 3 of those things fail and Everest able to get the ball over the half-court line, then you've got a foul. you put DC Everest on the line, you hope they miss the free throw, and then you get the ball back with the clock stop. So those are the choices. That's what Coach Horn has told his team. But he's likely talked about the 10-second call or steal. And if they get across the half court, then we foul right away. Okay, so here's Felch on the inbound. Let's see now if we can find a fourth choice. Always when I think I've got my ducks in a row, it doesn't happen. So here it is. We're going to get across the half court line. The foul was attempted, not called, and Xavier Edwards with the layup. The Huskies had grabbed Studeman, but the whistle didn't blow. So we we get to the free throw line. Okay, so clock stops anyway for Eau Claire North. Besson will head to the line for 2. Besson, good free throw shooter. He's 3 for 3 today. And the Huskies will feel no pressure from me, but with the clock stopped, you got to hit all your free throws here. Got to hit them all. You're down by 8. And then after the free throw, make or miss, it's the same scenario. Can't let them across the half-court line. If they do, we got to foul them right away. So here's Felch to inbound. Into Studeman. He's trapped in the corner, and the foul comes there. So Huskies didn't think that was a foul. Logan Horn says no way that was a foul. But Coach has got a bias. He wanted a steal. So Studeman to the line. He's 7 for 9 free throw shooting. In the bonus, that was the 9th team foul. So this will be the last of the bonus free throw situation for the Evergreens. Subsequent Huskies fouls will equal 2 free throws. But again, Studeman 7 for 9 today. He's got 21 on the game. Great game from Casey Studeman. And misses that one. So Huskies got what they wanted there. Clock stop, no points. Quickly down the floor, and just out for Aaron Gust. Boy, he was a sliver of a rotation of the earth away from that one falling through. It's Gust now with 2 free throws coming up. Got to hit them both. First free throws today for Gust, and that one rattles out. That was the 5th foul for the Evergreens, so second foul on Pavlovich. Okay, Gust gets 1. It's 1 more than they had. 6-point game. And here we are, back to the steal or 10-second call. Evergreens break it. There's the foul. Besson commits it, and it'll be Vander Truax to the free throw line. And that is the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 2 free throws, double bonus now for Vander Truax. And it's good. Second half underway in Stevens Point. Bayport up 37-33. That'll be the last update I give you for a few reasons, but one of which, that game will still be going on when I leave the door here. So Truax hits both. He's got 12, 9 of the 12 here in the second half for Vander Truax. And we're back to an 8-point game. Look for the Huskies to find an open 3. And there's one. It'll be jacked up by Aaron Gust. That one too strong. Offensive rebound for Barrows. Then he got it stolen away by Dasso. And it's going to be a timeout, DC Everest. Let's check it. We got auto select. Is that what that is? All right. We'll check in. We'll take a quick break. Under a minute to play when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
69-61 as teams break out of their timeout. That was an Everest timeout as Dasso was trapped in the corner. So Felch again will inbound as he has on the regular these last few inbounds. Again, same scenario here. Got to get a steal. So DC Everest doing a four-man weave on the logo. That was amazing. If I would have known that was going to happen, I would have had you turn the camera over there, but that was wild. Did you see him? There are four guys just running in a circle around the logo on the Felch inbound. I have never seen that before. Tough to defend, I guess. Yeah. All right, Felch was fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. Felch hits. He's now 4 of 5. Whoops. 2 of 3 in this game from the free throw line. .21 for Felch, looking for 22, and it's there. Ten-point lead. This one is all over but the crying here tonight. Offensive rebound from Gust. Now Besson lost it in the lane. Kick out now. Here's West for 3. That no good. And rebound pulled down by Truax. And the Huskies have called off the Dogs. No pun intended. Well, Evergreens were struggling a bit to get it over. Let's keep it here. We're through with commercials. 22 seconds left. Again, this game ends. We will head out. Interviewed Coach Oliver Drake after last night's win. But teams, spectators, and media be somewhat eager to leave after this. It's been a great event. But sometimes when it's over, it's over. So again, live right now, Stevens Point and Bayport. Racine Park, Racine St. Catharines. Actually, that one might just about be over. And no, they must have started late. So second half just beginning there. Boy, you got some choices when this one's done. And Columbus Catholic and Port Edwards started early. They've got 6 minutes left in the half. Boy, that started quite a bit early. They were scheduled for 8:15, which was just 2 minutes ago. All right. Okay, well, you've still have some viewing options. 22 seconds left here in this game. So when it's done, keep watching. Choose one of the other games. Continue your stride. 5 games coming up on Monday. Boys basketball action. Port Edwards at Amherst, Auburndale at Colby, Stratford at Neelsville, and New Berlin at Wapaka. So those are your boys basketball viewing options on Monday. And you also get girls basketball at 6 o'clock is Menasha at Wisconsin Rapids. I mentioned the 16 games on Tuesday. That is way too many to go through with you here. But again, Ashwaubenon at DC Everest is our pick to click if you're looking to be entertained. Well, we get a timeout. Well, guess what? I can go through those games with you. Tuesday's a big day in the network. It's our biggest winter sports day ever with 16 games live on Tuesday. And here's what we have for you. The fun starts with the Pacelli Cardinals. It's Waiawega Fremont at Pacelli. These are boys basketball games first. Regis at Marathon. I mentioned Ashwaubenon at DC Everest. Appleton East at Marshfield. The number 1 ranked Marshfield Tigers start their season on Tuesday. New London at Wausau East. Lacrosse Central here at Eau Claire North, and Kimberly's at Spash. Those are your boys' basketball offerings on Tuesday. On the girls' basketball side, Pacelli at Port Edward, Spencer at Columbus Catholic, Wabino Leona at Stratford, Wrightstown at Wapaka, Fond du Lac at Kaukauna. Loyal is at Colby, Amherst at Iola Scandinavia, and then a lone hockey event for you, Medford at Pacelli Catholic Co-op. 16. Oh, and Pittsville. Sorry, Pittsville girls basketball as well. And Reese Grimm, Pittsville Panther, 8 points from 1,000 on her career. So that's a reason to watch that one too. We got all kinds of choices for you. Studeman hits. It's all for this game. It's all academic from here. We've got 5.8 left, and then it's hit the road jack time. Rattles in and out. The DC Everest Evergreens are going to improve their record to 2-0 on the season. The Eau Claire North Huskies fall to 1-2 as DC Everest wins it here tonight, 72-63. For Colin McLowry, my name's Jason Zaleski. Have a great night, everybody.